Today we're painting these beautiful pink peonies. I'm going to be using a very inexpensive set from Amazon for this tutorial. And as always, I'll include a companion guide below which will include the exact paint colors used. We're using a very limited palette to make this super easy for beginners to follow along. You can paint this on white paper, or I have this tinted creamy shade mixed media paper that I'm using today that I cut in a 5x5 size. You could also paint this on canvas if you wish. You guys are getting a little sneak peek at a new painting that's coming to my print collection, which is on the left here. I just finished painting that, and we're going to use this as inspiration for this piece. It's going to be in the same similar style. So our goal with this is to create a loose peony that feels a little bit realistic but has a painterly feel to it. So the first step here is to mix together a dark purplish color, which I mixed with my ultramarine blue and red tone and a little bit of white to get basically the outline of our petals. Now we're going to come in with a little bit more white that we're adding to the initial mixture to start building on the next layer. And when you are painting with acrylics, you go from dark to light, which is the opposite of watercolor. And I'm using a wide flat brush for this. With the initial stage, we're just blocking in shadows and kind of building on the petals. Once you have an outline of kind of where you want your petals to go, then just bring in different deeper, darker colors and lighter ones to kind of add that shadowing. We want there to be a light source on one side of this peony and the other side to be a little bit deeper, darker. If you make a mistake, you can paint over it. It's going to look very wonky here in the beginning. Like it's just going to feel like what is even happening and how is this going to come together as a nice painting at the end. But remember, we're building these different colors in here so that we get a little bit of dimension. And as you can see on the painting on the left, there's a lot of different colors mixed in with the peony within the shadows, and it makes it feel more realistic, but also being very painterly when you do this. Now, I recommend using a blow dryer in between layers so that everything gets fully dried. That way, when we come in with our lighter white, we can make it really pop and it's not going to mix with the colors beneath it. Some of these petals I know I'm gonna want to be a lot lighter than the others. And so we're gonna use our wide flat brush to help with building the petals out. I found when you use a bigger wide brush, it's going to feel a lot more impressionistic, and it helps with florals because you can use the thinner side if you want to get little strokes like this, or you can flip it to the wider side to get the wider brush strokes so that we're not doing too many strokes, but we are kind of using the brush as the tool to help us build this out. So here I'm using the wider side of the brush and I added a little bit of yellow ochre to my white to get like a warmer white in here as one of the lower layers that are going to be a part of this. Now I'm also going to be building back some of the shadows once I kind of get this rough sketch of what we're creating here with our paints, but we're starting to bring in even brighter whites over top. Now if you find that you add too much white, you can just go backwards and bring in some deeper, darker colors here. I know this is going to be a pink peony and it looks like we're using a lot of purple, but don't worry, that's just because this is in a lot of the shadows. We will add some pink back later on as we get to some of our top layers. As I'm creating this, you know, these paintings are going to kind of evolve, and sometimes you get started and you think it's going in a specific direction, but then you decide to change directions. I'm going to kind of do that with this. As you can see towards the bottom of the peony, I thought I would be mimicking a little bit like the one on the left that you can see down towards the bottom, how the peony is facing downward, and I end up deciding to build on some petals down below a little bit more. And that was just a decision that kind of came as this started unfolding, and it was like, you know what, I don't think this is working right in here. And that's the way the process goes. Like most artists have no idea what is actually going to unfold until the paint starts getting layered on and you realize, okay, this piece is going to need a petal here where I thought it didn't need a petal. So we're just going to let the painting evolve and create it as it unfolds. And so here I'm adding a little bit deeper pink by adding more of the red in with the white, just to build back some of the color that we kind of went like painted over with the white paints. And I do like painting on like a tinted paper like this when working with a lot of white, because it does help, and it helps with being able to see how bright of white that you're adding, especially if you're working on white paper and then you're adding white petals on top. It can be harder. So this does make it a little bit easier. So if you do have like a mixed media that is either gray or beige, that will help. As we get to this stage here, you can see it starting to come together. It's starting to feel like an actual peony. I'm bringing in more of the shadows, and right here is where I realize, okay, I don't like what's happening on the bottom of this, and I want to create more of a petal down here. So we're going to build back some petals right in here. I'm going to start with the shadows and the shading, and then we're going to kind of bring back in some white down below and kind of make it so that the petals feel like they're kind of coming up from the bottom and also from the top. So here we go. We're going to kind of build it up here. And that's one thing that I really like about acrylics, is that we can just paint over anywhere that we're like, okay, I don't know, this isn't working right here. So we're going to kind of play it by ear. And so with your painting, as you're going along and you're learning how to kind of layer on top of each layer, there's going to be some going backwards and going forward until you get it right. It does help if you look at a reference photo of something. Now I'm using my own painting as my reference here, just kind of looking at how I built the shadows. But if you look at an actual peony and one that has a very strong light source coming in from one end, it can help you build out where you want your shadows to go. But for this beginner's tutorial, I just wanted to show you the basic idea of how to paint a peony. So when you go into creating maybe floral arrangements and you want to add a peony on the fly and you don't have really a plan for it, but you know one needs to go there, this is kind of the method that I use as I create peonies within my paintings. And there are different types of peonies. You can do closed peonies or wide open ones. You can have the yellow in the center like I do on the left there on the one. It really depends on the look you're going for, but here we completed our peony within less than 10 minutes. And now for the final stage, we let this dry, and so now I'm going to come in with green, and I'm adding some hooker green with some yellow ochre, and I'm just kind of adding my leaves where I feel like I want it to go. Adding and building up this leaf with more yellow or less yellow in different areas, just to kind of give it a little bit of dimension. I'm balancing it out so that as a square composition, I've got a couple leaves on one side and then I'm bringing it in on the other side, and then we'll add some more details on top of this once this layer dries and as we get the leaves kind of sketched out here. Now for the final stages here, we're going to add in a little bit more of the shadow coming back in, and I'm going to add a little more pink in here as well, just to kind of make our peony pop. Once you get the background in, it can change how you want the foreground to appear. So usually by this stage, I need to come in and make a little bit of adjustments and changes. So that's what I'm doing here. And it's really just taking a look at the composition and kind of getting a feel of what I feel like is needed. And so I'm adding a little more warm white in here just so it's not so bright white washed out. Using a little bit lighter green with some white, some yellow ochre, I'm adding the detail with my flat brush just right on the tip of the brush, and I'm creating just a little bit of detail within these leaves to make them feel a little more painterly and a little less like just a straight green leaf. Now this is just a style that I like, but you might not like it, and that's okay. You can just keep your leaf just plain green if that's what you want to do. Now my palette is definitely getting pretty full here with all the different colors, and if you find that your palette might be feeling a little muddy, you can grab or rinse off your palette, start over, start fresh. That can definitely help. If your colors are starting to dry underneath and you start noticing little globby paint, that is a sign that you need to start some new fresh paints, because your paint underneath is drying as you're adding new paint to the top. So I'm building up a little bit more bright pink just to bring it back, because I feel like it got a little too white in some areas, and I want to make sure this feels like a pink peony and not too much like a white peony. So I'm doing that, and I'm adding a little more white to my pink as the paint is still wet, and just kind of allowing it to blend together on the paper. If you learned something from today's video, be sure you hit that like button and share this with a friend who might be interested in learning how to paint, and I'll see you guys in the next video.